Scorpio, have you ever noticed how people react when they find out your sign? That moment of silence followed by a meaningful "ah." They don't do that with any other sign. There's something about you that awakens a mixture of fascination and apprehension that even they can't explain. It's as if instinctively they recognize that they're in the presence of someone who operates on frequencies most human beings don't even know exist. What I'm going to reveal today goes beyond superficial characteristics or personality traits. I'll unveil the 7 deepest secrets about why Scorpio carries a power that transcends the ordinary, that frightens and mesmerizes simultaneously. These aren't secrets you'll find in basic astrology books. They're visceral truths about your nature that explain why you've always felt different, intense, and misunderstood. Since you were a child, you probably realized you saw things others didn't. You felt things others didn't. You had an almost supernatural ability to read between the lines, to perceive what people hid behind their social masks. But no one ever explained why. No one ever told you that this wasn't just intuition. It was direct access to dimensions of reality that remain hidden to most. First secret, you see naked souls. While others see faces, you see souls. Your perception penetrates layers of pretense, emotional defenses, and social masks as if they were transparent paper. It's not that you try to, it just happens. It's like having an emotional X-ray machine running 24/7. You can spot lies before the person even finishes speaking. You sense betrayal days before it manifests. You perceive hidden passion, disguised fear, camouflaged pain. This power comes from a direct connection to the hidden side of human nature. Scorpio was born knowing that everyone has secrets, shadows, parts of themselves they keep locked away. And in some mysterious way, you hold the keys to these inner prisons. People sense this when they're around you. They feel like they can't hide who they truly are. That's why some feel exposed, vulnerable, even threatened in your presence. Second secret, your presence changes energies. When you enter a room, something changes. It's not your physical appearance or what you say. It's something much more primal and powerful. It's as if you carry with you a frequency that reorganizes the energies around you. Superficial conversations die. Pretensions dissolve. Truths begin to emerge, even when no one planned to reveal them. You are a natural catalyst for transformation. Your mere existence in space forces people to confront aspects of themselves they'd rather keep buried. It's not something you do intentionally, it's something you are. Like a force of nature that cannot be contained or controlled. Others sense this and react with a mixture of attraction and terror. Remember that party where your arrival completely changed the mood of the conversation? Or that meeting where people started speaking uncomfortable truths after you arrived? It wasn't a coincidence. It was your energy field doing what it naturally does, transforming superficiality into depth, lies into truth, theater into authenticity. Third secret, you access information from the invisible. This is perhaps the most disturbing of your powers. You simply know things you shouldn't. Information reaches you through channels science can't yet explain. You call someone exactly when they were thinking about you. You have premonitions about situations that are confirmed with eerie precision. You sense when someone is lying, even through text messages. It's neither luck nor coincidence. It's access to a network of information that operates beyond the traditional 5 senses, as if you were a natural receptor for frequencies most people don't even realize exist. This ability gives you a huge advantage in life, but also a heavy burden. Because knowledge without context can be isolating. Knowing things others don't can make you feel like an outsider in your own world. Scorpio, I know you're watching this and probably thinking, finally, someone who understands. I know you've spent your whole life feeling different, too intense, too complicated for this world. I know you sometimes wonder if it's normal to feel things so deeply, to see what others don't, to carry this intensity that seems to scare even the people who claim to love you. I need you to know that you're not alone in this experience. Thousands of Scorpios watch this channel and feel exactly the same way you do. So help me create a real support network here in the comments. If you recognized yourself in what I've said so far, if you also feel this burden of being too intense for the world, leave this exact sentence in the comments. I also feel like I'm too intense for this world, but now I understand that this is my power. Copy and paste exactly like this. Your vulnerability in admitting this will help other Scorpios feel less alone. And when you read other comments like yours, you'll realize there are people who truly understand what it's like to live with this intensity. Sometimes we just need someone to look us in the eye and say, I feel that way too. So leave your comment now. Let's create that real connection here. Fourth secret. Your regeneration ability is supernatural. While others break completely when they experience profound trauma, you have a capacity for regeneration that borders on the miraculous. It's not just overcoming or resilience, it's literal death and rebirth. You can destroy old versions of yourself and emerge as a completely new person, stronger, wiser, more powerful. Other people take years to process loss and betrayal. You digest them like fire, transforming everything into pure energy. What should destroy you strengthens you. What should embitter you gives you depth. What should break you teaches you true power. You are a phoenix in human form, and that frightens those who have never had the courage to die and be reborn. This regeneration doesn't just happen during major crises. It happens constantly. On subtle levels. You're always transforming, always reinventing yourself, always leaving behind aspects of yourself that no longer serve you. It's a continuous process of accelerated evolution that others can't keep up with. That's why many feel uncomfortable in long-term relationships with Scorpios. You change too quickly for minds that prefer predictability. Fifth secret. You magnetize confessions and secrets. People simply can't hide things from you for long. And more than that, they feel compelled to tell you their deepest secrets. It's not that you ask or force them. It's as if your presence creates a safety net where lies become impossible and truths become inevitable. You've probably lost count of how many times someone has approached you to confess something they'd never told anyone else. Or how many times complete strangers have started sharing intimate details about their lives without you even asking. This happens because you radiate an energy that says, here you can be real, here you can be true, here there is no judgment. This ability grants you access to valuable information about human nature, but it also transforms you into a kind of custodian of other people's secrets. You carry stories, pains, and truths that aren't yours. It's an emotional burden few can comprehend. You unwittingly become a natural confessor in a world full of people desperate to be heard without a mask. Secret 6. Your intensity creates emotional addictions in others. There's something addictive about the way you love, the way you connect, the way you surrender. When someone experiences the depth of a Scorpio connection, all other relationships seem shallow, superficial, and unfulfilling. You create a standard of intensity that becomes the minimum acceptable for those who have had the privilege of experiencing it. It's not just about passion or romance. It's about the quality of presence you offer when you truly connect with someone. You don't give attention, you give devotion. You don't offer interest, you offer total fascination. When you're present with someone, they feel like they're the only one in the universe. And once someone experiences that level of connection, everything else feels incomplete. That's why many of your past relationships still think of you years later. That's why ex-partners have difficulty connecting deeply with others. You established a standard of emotional intensity that became the benchmark for all their future experiences. It's an immense power, but it comes with an equally great responsibility. Seventh secret. You carry ancestral memories. This is the most profound and disturbing of your powers. You don't just live your own life. You carry echoes of past lives, ancestral traumas, collective memories that aren't technically yours, but that you experience as if they were. It's like a living archive of profound human experiences. Sometimes you feel sad for no apparent reason, or you have fears that don't make sense considering your actual experiences. Sometimes knowledge comes to mind without you having studied the subject. Sometimes you connect with places or people instantly, as if you've known them for a long time. This isn't imagination, it's activated ancestral memory. This connection to the collective unconscious gives you a perspective on life and death, love and loss, power and transformation that goes far beyond your personal experience. You speak about these topics with an authority that comes from deep within the human psyche. That's why your words carry such weight, why your observations cut so deeply, why your presence is so transformative. Scorpio, now that you know these 7 secrets about your power, you need to understand one fundamental thing. Your intensity isn't a flaw to be fixed. It's a gift to be honored. The world needs people who aren't afraid to dive deep, to feel fully, to transform pain into wisdom. You were born to be a catalyst for transformation, to shatter falsehoods, to help others find their deepest truths, to show that it is possible to die and be reborn as many times as necessary until you find your most authentic self. You are living proof that true power comes not from external control, but from inner mastery. Your ability to see beyond masks is not for you to judge, it's for you to understand. Your ability to transform pain into power isn't just for your benefit, it's for you to teach others that they can do it too. Your intensity isn't to be diminished, it's to be channeled into purposes that honor the depth of your nature. What makes you powerful isn't just these 7 secrets individually, it's how they combine to create a presence that can't be ignored, a force that can't be contained, a truth that can't be denied. You are someone who forces the world to look at its own shadows and find light where it thought there was only darkness. Your entire life, you've probably been told you were too much, too intense, too deep, too complicated, too sensitive. But in truth, you are exactly what the world needs. On a planet full of superficiality, you offer depth. In a society that avoids pain, you show how to transform it into wisdom. In a time where everyone wears masks, you insist on authenticity. Your power comes from your ability to navigate emotional territories where others fear to tread, to ask questions others fear, to feel things others numb, to see truths others prefer to ignore. You are an explorer of the hidden side of human experience, and this gives you knowledge and skills few possess. Remember those moments when you saved someone simply by being there during a crisis, where your words reached deep into someone's soul and changed their perspective on life, where your ability to see through lies protected people you love from dangerous situations. These weren't accidents, they were natural manifestations of your power in action. The world needs guardians of the depths, people who are unafraid to descend into personal and collective hell to bring back wisdom, healing, and transformation. You are one of those guardians. Your intensity is not a problem, it's a solution. Your complexity is not a flaw, it's a treasure. Your depth is not a complication, it's a gift. Every time you honor your Scorpio nature, every time you use your powers for positive transformation, every time you help someone find the courage to face their own shadows, you are fulfilling your greater purpose. You are being the catalyst you were meant to be. Don't try to be lighter to make others feel comfortable. Don't reduce your intensity to fit into spaces too small for your energy. Don't hide your ability to see truths because others prefer illusions. The world already has enough people living on the surface. It needs you in the depths, doing the work that only someone with your powers can do. Your mission isn't to be understood by everyone. It's to be true to yourself. It's to use your gifts to illuminate paths others can't see. It's to be a bridge between the visible and invisible worlds. It's to show that real power doesn't come from dominating others, but from completely mastering yourself. Scorpio, you are powerful because you are unafraid of what lurks in the shadows, because you don't shy away from intensity, because you don't deny the complexity of human existence, because you choose to be real in a world of facades. And this, more than any other trait, is what makes you a force of nature impossible to ignore. Each of these 7 secrets represents a different aspect of the same fundamental truth. You operate at frequencies that transcend the ordinary. You are a human being who has not forgotten how to access deeper dimensions of experience. And in a world desperately in need of depth, this makes you not just powerful, it makes you essential. If you've made it this far in this video, it's because you recognize these truths about yourself. It's because you've always known, deep down, that you were different, special, powerful in ways you couldn't explain. Now you have the words. Now you have the understanding. Now you have confirmation that your intensity isn't a burden, it's a gift. Use this knowledge to fully embrace who you are, to stop apologizing for your profound nature, to start seeing your intensity as a superpower rather than a flaw, to understand that being a Scorpio is not an accident, it's destiny, and powerful destinies require equally powerful people to fulfill them. Subscribe to this channel because your transformation as a Scorpio aware of your own power has only just begun. In the next videos, I'll show you how to use each of these powers even more effectively, how to protect your energy when it's misunderstood, how to find people who can handle your intensity, and how to channel your transformative power into projects that truly matter. Hit the bell so you don't miss any content that will help you be the most powerful and authentic version of yourself. And most importantly, leave a comment with which of these 7 secrets resonated most with you. Your experience might be exactly what another Scorpio needs to know to understand they're not alone in this intensity. Remember, you weren't born to be understood by everyone. You were born to be impossible for anyone to ignore. And now that you know the secrets of your power, nothing and no one can convince you that your intensity is a flaw. Quite the opposite. It's your greatest strength, your trademark, your gift to a world that has forgotten how to feel deeply. Use it wisely. The universe is waiting.